friends and fellow tea lovers. My name's Amanda, and welcome to the pod. Welcome to RealTea with Amanda. It's a play on words when you think about it, RealTea, because real estate, because I'm in real estate. I'm a realtor. And RealTea, because it's tea, bitch. It's tea time. So, what is the pod about? These are my talking points. Okay, don't judge me. I made a skeleton of things to go through so we can be in this together. This podcast is for the tea lovers. It's for real estate lovers. It's for Amanda lovers. If you know me, then you either love me or you hate me, and I love you right back if you love me. And if you don't, then I love you anyways. And that really sucks for you. Oh, yeah. This is a podcast about what really goes down in real estate because it's not all keys and closings, right? There's like real lives and emotions in this, and every transaction. I mean, even when they're good, you still have happy tears. You're helping somebody fulfill a dream that I feel like is becoming really, really hard to achieve in this day and age. So, this is a podcast. It's a little bit professional. It's a little bit personal. It's a whole lot of tea. Okay, so who's the girl behind the mic? Hi, I'm Amanda Chapman. I am 26 years old. I'm a realtor here on the Space Coast in Florida, Brevard County. If you're a county person, I'm not, but some people are. No judgment. I'm a wife of 6, nearly 7 years, in a couple of months. I'm a mother to 2 doodles, and I love them as if I had children. So they go with us everywhere we go that we can take them. And if we can't take them, then we have we have my in-laws come down and take care of them while we leave. So, and they're from Tennessee. That's commitment. But we love them. You wouldn't just leave your kids with anybody, would you? I'm going to leave my dogs with anybody. So, okay. Before real estate, I did a lot. I'm only 26, but I feel like I've been all over the map. So I grew up in Tennessee, and I spent most of my life in Tennessee. And I met my husband actually on Tinder, which is bananas this day and age. But mind you, this was 6, nearly 7 years ago. So we met on Tinder, and he was actually paying for Tinder Premium. If you know, you know. I was not. I was a college student. I'm not paying for Tinder Premium. So, anyways, he was in Japan at the time, but his location was in 2 places. So he was in Japan. He had one location in Japan, and he had another location in Bristol, Tennessee. That's only 30 minutes from where I was living. So I was like, yeah, I see you're 30 minutes away. Anyways, we did the long distance thing. I let him know that I was dating with the intention to marry later on, and I'm not looking for like friends or like a hookup or anything like that. And, he really appreciated my candor. You guys can expect candor. Okay, I'm not a beat around the bush kind of girly. So he appreciated my candor and was like, listen, I'm in Japan. I'm not even going to be in Tennessee again for another 6 months. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I really liked FaceTiming with him and doing our little virtual dates and having breakfast and, FaceTime. But for him, it was like dinner time because there's an 8-hour time difference. So, anyways, we met in person in March of 2019. We met virtually August of 2018. And he got 30 days transfer leave from Japan, and he was getting stationed in Virginia Beach. And by the end of those 30 days together, we were engaged. Yes. And I know in the comments I'm going to hear something about those military men. You know what? Yeah. But we happen to be one of those couples that actually worked out. And I stand by our decision to get married quickly. I'd do it again. I love him. I'm in love with him. He is the love of my life. So, any Hooters. That's how we met. And 2 weeks, I guess not even 2 weeks later, was it? 13 days after we were engaged, we got married. And we got married in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. That's about an hour away from where we were living in Tennessee. Well, I say living loosely. I was living there and he was now in Virginia Beach. But again, you have to remember um, his longtime home was in Bristol. So that is the story of how we met and got married. And at the time, I was working at a Mexican restaurant, and I worked there about 2 years through college. So, full time college student. I have an associate's degree in accounting, and my husband was supposed to get back from deployment in October of 2019, and he ended up getting extended somewhere in I don't even know, I'm not good with geology, like the Middle East, like Bahrain, Dukum. You know what I'm talking about? Anyways, I'm not good with geography, but I know he was there. So he was there. And I had already, quit my job in the Mexican restaurant. And I knew that they would take me back, but again, that's not fair to like come in and come out. So I started looking for like seasonal work. It's November now, and so seasonal work is a thing. And I got a seasonal job at Old Navy. I fucked with working at Old Navy. That went hard. If you're a teenager and you're looking for like a fun gig, dude, I fucked with working at the Old Navy. And you get a hella good discount. Okay, I don't know. I just feel like people that shop at Old Navy are really nice. Like they don't have hella money, but they have, fun money. I don't know. I just feel like the people are I don't know, everybody that I worked with and like helped shop for was really nice. So, I don't know, it was great. And after that, yeah, okay, the end of December, my family and my husband's family helped move us to Virginia Beach. And again, I say us loosely. My husband wasn't there. He was still somewhere in the Middle East. Again, if that's wrong, I don't care. So they helped us move, and I get to Virginia Beach and I spend, I guess it was 2 weeks alone in Virginia Beach, and I was just setting up our apartment. My husband had obtained us an apartment like 5 minutes from the boulevard in Virginia Beach, which it had its ups and downs, right? So, mind you, now the year is 2020 and we're in January, and COVID happened in March in Virginia. Bitch, talk about tea. Florida was damn open as hell, and Virginia, like, not good. So, anyways, it's January 2020, and January 15th rolls around, and I finally get to see my husband again for the first time in, I don't know, 9 months. I'm not good with math. You do the math, I'm sure somebody in there is going to be like, it was this many months. I really don't fucking care. It was a long time to like not be with my husband. And I pick him up at the airport and I meet some of his friends. And we got to spend, I guess, 2 months in Virginia Beach before the world shut down. And my husband's birthday is in March. So I planned a trip to go snowboarding at Snowshoe in West Virginia. It was not a very long drive. And if you know Snowshoe, West Virginia, then you know that the town right outside of Snowshoe, West Virginia is a radio silent town. I cannot for the life of me remember the name of the town. It might actually be Snowshoe, but don't don't quote me on that. Again, I don't care. But it was a radio silent town, so it only had one radio station and it played elevator music the whole time. And, occasionally some news about what was happening. So, yeah, we get to our Airbnb, super cute. Um, did need Wi-Fi, but we kind of unplugged for the weekend. And the Saturday after we got there, we went up to the mountain and I was not very good at snowboarding. My husband came from Japan and snowboarded actual, like, real live mountains, and I had never done anything like that. The closest thing I had ever done to snowboarding was skateboarding in high school for funsies. Okay, so it was never like I was not a professional skateboarder. Um, Anyways, I was not very good at it. So after falling on my ass and on my hands so many times, I was like, you know what? You go have fun. I'm just holding you back. So he was up the gondola, the lift. Maybe it is called a gondola. I don't care. So he's going up the lift, and there's this like shred the gnar guy. If you know what I'm saying, then you know. It was like real, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, dude, you know that there's like a disease out there, right? It's like killing people, and like they're shutting the world down like tomorrow, dude. And my husband's looking at him like, obviously he's high, and you don't want to argue with the high guy. And he's like, yeah, yeah. And literally the next day, the whole resort was shut down. Our vacation, I say vacation loosely, it was a birthday trip. His birthday trip was cut short because of COVID. I keep finding my pinky up like this. It's fucking tea time. So anyways, the guy might have been high, but he was not lying. So we're driving back and the roads are so empty. Like, it's a ghost town everywhere. And I feel like the only people that were on the road were people going home. So, anyways, traffic was great on our way home back to Virginia Beach. And we get home and we stayed home for a long time. Um, COVID fucking sucked. Anyways, then we moved to Fallon, Nevada, and we were there for 3 years. But our realtor in Nevada, shouts out Jessica Stanger of Remax in Fernley, Nevada. She helped us buy our house in the middle of the pandemonium, sight unseen. We Marco Poloed, like home toured, because we were in Virginia Beach. And I told her, like, listen, Jessica, I need you to be terribly, horribly, brutally honest because I can't see what you're seeing. I can't smell what you're smelling. If it smells like weed, piss, or shit, I don't want it. We don't want it. And she would tell us if it did. So, especially if it has carpet, because then you gotta like rip up the whole floor and you have to paint. So anyway, it's a whole thing. So she was amazing. Again, this is during the pandemonium, so like buying a house was truly insane. But, we wrote a little love letter, and with the help of our amazing realtor, shouts out Jessica again, we did find a home. We moved across the country. We took a 2 week um, road trip to get there, which was amazing. If I could buy property anywhere, I would love to buy property in Salt Lake City, Utah. Shouts out Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Do you guys watch that show? Dude, amazing. So entertaining. So, yeah, we would buy property there. Anyways, we get to Nevada and we love it, aside from my husband almost dying. He's allergic to like everything that grows and is alive outside. So that really sucks for him. But anyways, that's enough about me. Now we're here in Florida and we love it. This is home. The only other place we would ever move to like full time would be Hawaii. Um, and I love that. We're actually going back in next month. I was going to say in February, but it's January now, bitches. What the hell? So that's me. And why I started this podcast. Yeah, because real estate is not just contracts and closings. There are so many things that happen in this job that like people think it's so glitz and glam, and it is so not. And I love my career. I wouldn't trade it for the world, but it's hard. And I feel like people do not say that enough, that it's hard. And, you get paid a lot of money and you don't do a lot of work. Okay, if you really like do the math, and my boss is like, she's amazing at doing the math. We actually like don't get paid a lot if you cut down, like, if you break down like into the hours, into the minutes that we spend on research, education, the money that we spend, tolls, gas. I mean, anyways, I wanted a space to share these stories with you guys and give you the tea that I know people want. Um, what can you expect from RealTea? We'll talk about the good, the bad, and the straight up unhinged moments that happen. I'll bring on guests because I have a lot of tea to share, but I do not have that much tea. And it'll be, I'm going to say like maybe bi monthly. So about every 2 weeks or so, twice a month, give or take. And I know there's some girls in here that have got some tea to spill. Um, some episodes will be spicy. Some will be heartfelt. Some will be chaotic, emotional. The tone and the vibe is going to be real talk. I'm a candid person. There's no reason to like beat around the bush. I just tell it like it is. Raw, real, unfiltered. That's who I am. I cuss. I don't know if you guys have heard or noticed. I'm winking for those listening. I cuss. Okay, I was raised by quite literally the most cussing man on this planet. I'm quite literally married to a sailor. Um, yeah, I'm gonna cuss. And we're all grown here, hopefully. God, this is a podcast for grown-ups. But so I know you cuss too. Okay, let's be real. Um, and if you've ever wondered what really happens after someone says we're under contract, stay tuned. And finally, I guess grab some tea, grab some wine, or a Coke if you like Coke. I love a nice cold crispy Coke. Um, and sit down and enjoy the tea. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next one. My next episode will be about how I lived beside a domestic terrorist for 3 years and didn't know it. And for those of you who really want to know, I'm past my statute of limitations, and the charges that I have against this man are dropped. So I will be name dropping. So stay tuned. Love ya. Bye. That's such an Amanda thing to say. Okay. Peace out.